Hi guys, this is Protocol Computer Repairers. In this video, I just want to share a couple of tips in Windows, things that you may not be aware of that is very useful, and I use it in my everyday work because I work in IT. So I just want to share these tips with you guys, and hopefully they would be useful for you as well, maybe in your daily use of Windows, or if you're an IT professional as well. These tips are mainly for beginners, but if you're interested, let's jump right into it. Alright, the first feature I want to mention is not really used a lot, but thought I would bring it up to you guys if you're not aware. That would be the multiple desktop function in Windows 10. And the way that you would access that is you would want to press the Windows key plus the Tab key. And that would bring up the Windows multiple desktops function. And currently I have 4 open, as you can see. And essentially what this allows you to do is you can have multiple programs open on one of the desktop instances. So currently I'm on desktop number 2, and I have a number of programs open on this desktop window. And if you were to create a new one, so if you were to go to new desktops, make a new instance, this would have nothing on it. It would just be completely fresh, like you just booted up your computer. It's not going to have any programs open, any windows open. None of that is going to be open on the new one. And what this basically allows you to do is organize. So if you're working in IT, if you're just working at home, or if you're just using the computer and you want to be organized, you can use this feature to organize the different desktop windows. One could be for doing one particular task, and then you can designate another desktop for another task. So I just find this feature very useful, and I just wanted to let you guys know of this one if you weren't aware of it. Another useful thing that I use in Windows would be the system information window. And in order to access that, you want to head down to your start menu and type into your search bar system information and click on that. And this window just provides you with diverse information regarding your computer. So the first entry you would be the current operating system that you have installed. So I have Windows 10 Home. You may have Pro, or you may have an Enterprise Edition. That will let you know that here. It tells you your current OS version or build that you have installed. It lets you know the processor that you have in your system. So I have an AMD Ryzen Threadripper. It tells you your current BIOS version and the date that BIOS was released. It lets you know the motherboard manufacturer. It also lets you know if you have a UEFI BIOS. It tells you your current motherboard model that you have inside of your computer as well. That would be very useful if you're looking for drivers for your computer. You can find out what board you have in this entry here. It tells you your current BIOS revision, or sorry, motherboard revision that you have. It lets you know if you have SecureBoot on or off. This also tells you the amount of RAM that you have installed inside of your system, the page file that you have allocated, or page file space that you have allocated. It tells you your if you have virtualization enabled or disabled, and it also lets you know if you have TPM enabled. So all of this is useful information, and I believe it would be useful to you guys as well. The last program that I'm going to be showing you guys is Process Explorer, and it's from a suite of programs available from Sysinternals. And there's 2 ways that you can get it. You can download it from their website, or you can access it from the network location. In order to access it from the network location, you would press the Windows key plus R on your keyboard. This command is going to be in this video's description, so you can just go to the description of this video, copy this, and then paste it in your run prompt, and then press OK. And then this would bring up the network location where you can access this file as well, or this program. But I would just suggest downloading it from their website so you can have it available to you. This is just an alternative way to access it. But if you've downloaded it, then again, the program name would be Process Explorer. So you can click on any file, press P, and then that helps you narrow down the search. And then the one that we're looking for is ProCEXP64. You'd right click on that and then run as administrator. And this would be Process Explorer. So I would use this essentially for seeing if I have any malicious software running on my computer or a person's computer. And the way that you could do that is you would go to options and go to virustotal.com and then check virustotal.com. So I'll just show you guys again, virustotal.com, and then check virustotal.com, and you'll see this being submitted. It's going to say hash submitted, and eventually it's going to be updated with numbers. And what you're looking at here is the number of signatures or engines or antivirus or anti-malware engines it was scanned up against. So these were scanned up against 75, these were scanned up against 74, and 0 of them detected it as a potential malicious software running on the system. I do have a few that have 1 that were suspicious of the program that was running. So I don't really find that to be concerning. But if you have one that's running and it's saying like 20 or 15 or maybe 30 or higher against, however many signatures or engines it was scanned up against on the right hand side, then it's a high chance that you could have malicious software running on your system. And what you could do is you can just check, like if I wanted to check if the AMD dynamic local mode was a potential malicious software, I would click on this. And it brings up the virustotal.com webpage, and it lets you know all of the different antivirus engines or signatures that it was scanned up against. Bitdefender, Komodo, some of these are well known. And if it's a high number of these that it's checking out with, like if all of them are saying that it's it's fine, it's not anything malicious, then it's probably not malicious. So again, if you have one that's showing a high number, like if you have one that's like 45 against 74 signatures, then it's probably a malicious software. And what I would do is I would right click on it and then go to kill process, and then ultimately just remove the entire program from the system. So Process Explorer could be used for a couple of different things as well, but this is just what I'm using it for currently, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Another cool thing is you can actually have this in place of Task Manager, and the way that you would do that is you would go to Options and replace Task Manager. So to give you guys an example of that, or to show you that in action, you would go to right click on Start menu and go to Task Manager, and Process Explorer would open up instead. So Sysinternals is actually owned by Microsoft, if you guys are not aware of that. But yeah, I believe this is a very useful program, and I just wanted to show you guys this one as well. Those are some of the programs that I use on Windows. I hope that you guys found this video to be helpful. If you did, please leave a like below. That really does help the video. And if you want to see any future content from me, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching the video. Bye.